This is KD the One. I'm here with another solo reaction. I know y'all seen the title. I don't know what the fuck the thumbnail gonna be, but I'm just like, let me just apologize right now. Let me apologize because not so long ago, a couple of months back, there was a whole trend of niggas hating on MrBeast. A whole trend of people trying to drag him down. Again, I I was one of those people who would keep like in touch with it until people was bringing up the same things over and over to make him seem like he's just such a terrible guy. And this is, you could see the date on my computer, and y'all could see 7 days. This is a Omeezy video. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't remember. I don't remember if I had like another Omeezy video on my channel, but if he's talking about it, it must be some shit. I'm not going to say he's the most reliable because, again, the internet is not always the most reliable source, but at least he doesn't bullshit when he talks. He might yap, but he doesn't bullshit when he talks. So let's get into it.
The media beast machine is back, and this is some of his nastiest work yet.
There are over 1.5 million kids in child labor, so you can eat cheap chocolate. You see, Big Chocolate pays their farmers so little that they make less than $1 a day on average. And as a result, 45% of children in cocoa communities work in illegal child labor. And I want to tell you 3 things that Feastables is doing to get these kids out of child labor. First, we pay 100% of our cacao farmers a living income reference price, which is a benchmark set by Fair Trade to ensure farmers earn enough where they can afford housing, food, and other basic necessities. Second, 100% of our cacao is Fair Trade certified, which is the gold standard for ethical.
I ain't know he was reviewing a video within a video. So please don't be confused. I am not this nigga. Please check out his channel because he really do be talking about some real shit. I know I haven't been posting that much. I'm sorry for the quality of my videos for the new people who are coming in. I'm still new to this, but I love the support that's coming in. I'm going to try to at least approve. I don't really see nothing wrong for what he's doing yet, but it is only the start of the video.
Certification. They have rigorous standards that protects the livelihoods of small farmers and farm workers. And third, the farms Feastables work with are actively implementing child labor monitoring and remediation systems so the kids can get off the farms and into schools. So the next time you're in an American chocolate aisle, you have a decision to make. Support the status quo, or you can eat Feastables.
As we all know, MrBeast is the largest YouTuber on the platform. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't care about the view counts or the sub counts or all that other stuff. And not only is he the biggest YouTuber, but he is big in the philanthropy space, giving homes to the homeless, food to the foodless, even eyes to the eyeless. Over the past couple of months, he's been taking on the chocolate industry and literally revolutionizing the space by bringing ethical practices to his platform.
Problem is, majority of the world's cocoa comes from West Africa. And so as we got bigger, everyone's like, hey, you need to switch your supply chain to West Africa. I'm like, cool. And so then I started studying and reading up about it. And I noticed that 46% of labor in West Africa on cocoa farms is child labor. And I was like, that can't be accurate. And then I started digging deeper and deeper. And I was like, holy shit, it's just almost half of labor is child labor. And so I started talking to all the big chocolate companies, or not all of them, but as many as I could get a hold of. And I was like, so what do you guys do about this whole child labor thing? And they're constantly just telling me like, it just is what it is. That's how chocolate always has been. And I was like, whoa.
Now, I think it goes very much understated that the work he's done is actually good. It's actually beneficial. He's helping people in many different ways. Quote, to help get kids out of child labor on cocoa farms in West Africa, we started giving away free breakfast at schools. Kids are more likely to go if they know they will be fed, and one school's attendance is already up 10% in a week. Not only is he helping these kids go to school, participate in, more positive environments, but he's also providing things like housing, healthcare, and just building an overall better community wherever his, MrBeastified hands can go.
So you mean to tell me MrBeast took his white behind to Africa to build wells, 100 wells, to provide clean drinking water for over 1,000 people? People are taking it upon themselves to critique him? This man could be jet skiing off a helicopter.
My props to this woman. 100% props. I really thought this was going a different way. And I already spaz. But then I was like, wait. Let me actually listen because she's cooking. This nigga's a philanthropist. He's giving away one in a lifetime opportunities to people who deserve it. And I understand when it comes to some of his videos, yeah, some of them might have been quote unquote stage, but for the stage like parts, it wasn't fully staged. Of course, he has to make an environment. Of course, he has to do all that. He's doing real work. Like he's really building this shit up.
In Dubai, in the stratosphere of Pluto, with the amount of money he has. He said, nah,
Oh shit, my
I'm
mic
gonna
is dying.
go and help people live a better life. Y'all are upset. You guys are really just outing yourselves because if you can't believe that someone is doing something out of the goodness of their heart, that just means you wouldn't have done it.
And I know a lot of people think that there is some sort of front when it comes to these Mr. Beast operations, you know, saying that he does this only good when he's in other countries and it's all for the video, it's all for show. But time and time again, Mr. Beast has proven that that is just not the case. I don't think that those are even fair claims to bring somebody up on. You know, 90% of the time, somebody tweeting this out to Mr. Beast or whatever other philanthropic person is only asking this from the comforts of their home while they just, you know, sit at their couch, not even really caring if they do anything, but more so just to critique the conversation that's happening or the things that this person is doing. And I believe these people are bad faith actors. They just want to contribute to the natural zeitgeist of hate. Hell, there's even conversations of, you know, the big chocolate companies putting all this misinformation and disinformation out there just because Mr. Beast is probably making a real dent in their profits. I'm not gonna lie. Ethically sourced goods goes great in some of these communities. And I don't think that there's anything productive sitting around looking at one person or another person by saying, yo, you wear Jordans and you're judging.
One thing I see, and yes, I did change my mic. One thing I see, he is changing lives right now. And even if it was misinformation, they went to the wrong person because he was going to end up informing the public of the atrocities that y'all were doing. Y'all end up emitting child labor. He's going to sit here and tell y'all, oh, so half of the chocolate companies out here, they commit child labor. So, of course, there's going to be people trying to bring him down who's probably even getting paid to say these things. Bots getting paid, or people getting paid to make bots to do this. I don't know.
Mr. Beast or doing all this back and forth online is honestly not relevant. Mr. Beast is doing good, and so should we, but because he has so much money and heart and room and space for all these things, it is good to see somebody like this doing some good. But there are some valid criticisms of what he is doing in these videos, and that packaging comes into question. Mr. Beast is a genius. I mean, over 100,000 hours spent on this content game, and he knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to putting out a certain type of content, you know, making clicks, driving views, etc., to the different social media platforms. So you can almost guarantee, hell, not almost, you can guarantee with everything in your life that these attempts at drawing people in with click this video to feed one person or saving child slaves from Africa are very, 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 very intentional. And it's nasty. Freeing slaves versus anything else is a choice.
None of you motherfuckers on Twitter were going to give me the ability to
They're
see.
not going to do it.
My government wasn't going to do it. So this man, out of the kindness of his heart, maybe it's for different reasons. I don't actually care. I just want to see with my eyes again.
What I'm saying,
I want my kids to have clean drinking water because nobody else seems to give a like. I think people forget that aspect of it and they just want to talk about optics. Optics is for people who are privileged.
I will say this. The man does know what he's doing. He knows how to get views. And y'all can hate the game. Y'all can hate how he's doing it. But he needs some way to fund these videos. I know it may sound crazy for me to say, oh, yeah, that slave shit, for him to have that in the video, it's kind of cool. I'm not really saying that. I'm just saying if he has to get his bag, you see the views on that. You see that he's getting views. Y'all see the picture, and you see he's actually willing to make a change, and you're seeing he's actually doing it. It doesn't matter how crazy the picture is. It doesn't matter how crazy the shit he does, especially if he ends up actually making a change and actually building a difference in their communities.
Question that comes to the forefront is, does the framing of the content matter or equal to the act of itself? I mean, ultimately, it depends on who you ask. I'm pretty sure the people in need don't necessarily care sometimes how the charitable donation is given to them. But I also do think that gamifying some sort of charitable contributions or donations or whatever is sketchy. Like, I think that that's kind of weird. But I think saying what's more or less is not necessarily furthering the conversation either. Now,
Again,
this is
y'all
not
can't
one
really
of
blame
those
him. He has a
videos
whole
or one of
marketing
those
team. He
communities
has
or
a
places
whole
and spaces that's
community of
talking about
people
actively actually
who
canceling
work
Mr.
on
Beast.
his
I don't think that those are real
videos. So
conversations. And the
don't
people in the
blame him.
discords with, nothing.
I'm sorry I didn't pause. But like again, don't blame him because it really wouldn't make sense. I understand the past like problems he had, but again, he has a whole community of people. He has a whole bunch of people who runs his name, his whole channel, everything he does. And y'all are blaming again him for his slip ups. Yeah, those titles might come out crazy. Those pictures might end up being different. But it's not just him working on these videos no more. Like how I'm working on these videos. If I would put on some shit like, oh, child slave endangerment, that's all on me. Y'all can blame me on that because that's a crazy title. But when it comes to him, you could blame his marketing team. You could blame all that, and you could also blame him for letting a video like that like stand for too long.
But whitey tighties on and hands down their pants, literally sending tweets back and forth, are not necessarily the best people. Now, if it's talking about some other matters that aren't necessarily philanthropic, hey, there's place and space for that. But specifically in these regards, I don't think that those are like real people. That canceling Mr. Beast for this stuff is not real. Just because somebody's giving pushback or a different perspective doesn't mean that they wish to then deplatform a person. It's just about creating that balance and understanding how we can then take these decisions and these actions, evaluate them, and move better and proceed with a better outlook next time. But tweets like this tweet from Mr. Beast have people up in arms because, you don't have to do these things on video. My two worst performing videos this year are the ones where I help people. Just thought I'd share this because some people think I just do it for views, but I would get way more views if I didn't help thousands of people walk and give away millions of meals. People would also hate me less. Doesn't matter though. I'm gonna keep doing it because I'm the most subscribed YouTube channel in the world, and I believe using my platform to inspire people to do good is important. And I also like making these videos. I'm not gonna lie, there's some validity to this.
Hey, again, I can't blame him for his bag. I know y'all might sit here and say, "Oh, there's a little bit of there's a little way that he said it," but you can apply anything in the tweet. You could apply anything over the phone. I would say, he's doing good. I don't really want to sit here and feed into, oh, Mr. Beast is doing bad. Mr. Beast. I'm gonna just listen to a little bit more in this video, and I'm gonna like most likely cut it off and probably find something else. But please check out Omeezy. Yeah. This nigga, he is one of the realest niggas out here when it comes to actually talking about real life situations, especially the shit going on. If you really want to be informed and you want someone who is close to reliable, check out Omeezy.
Sayings that all YouTubers do it just for the views. You don't have to do a look how great I am tweet, or you just don't have to make these videos. You could just be helping people. There is true validity to those things, especially when you're making these YouTube shorts talking about your chocolate factory and posing these people to stand in these positions and places and spaces to really draw in the dramatic effect of saying, hey, these people are destitute. Now I'm gonna film this video and I'm gonna leave, but these people are very much in a place of need. There's terms like philanthropic harm, which people believe Mr. B should fall under the umbrella of. But to be honest with you, these are just people on the internet having discourse and having conversations and opinions. I don't necessarily think all of them are totally invalid. To be honest with you, there's validity to how all YouTubers package their titles, thumbnails, videos, etc., etc. Hell, people are going to criticize how this one is packaged. People are going to criticize how the next one is packaged and the third one is packaged. But we all can do better and we all can learn from it. I do think that there is a problem with gamifying charity. Let me be specifically clear. There's no need to guilt trip an audience scrolling through their timelines by saying, hey, one click equals one person fed. Let's just feed the person and, maybe not record it. But even if you do feel the need to record it, let's just feed the person.
I realized I'm gonna end it off there. He said some real shit, and yes, even I did a slight bit of criticizing when I seen the title. Hell, I was criticizing old girl when she sat there and she first made her speech about Mr. Beast. Hell, you're going to sit here and go in these defensive modes because you really don't know what people are applying these days when it comes to the internet. When people sit here and make their titles, when they end up making or they type out words, you never know what they're truly saying or what they truly mean. And I feel like when it comes to this, y'all might really sit here and say y'all have a problem with this man. Y'all really might sit here and say y'all hate him. I really think it's bots. I really think, like he said, there's people that's just trying to throw the hate around. That's just like saying shit just to say it. But let me know in the comments how y'all feel about it. If y'all want to see more Omizi, if y'all want to see more about the Mr. Beast problem, let me know. I could probably check out more videos about it myself. But if y'all want to see more videos, more content, check out Kane Drippy the one, or check out Katie the two. I'm finna post some videos probably today or tomorrow, straight on that bit. And if y'all want to see more gaming videos, please let me know. I am sorry about the Assassin's Creed fucking gameplay. I haven't been playing that much, but I've been trying to stay consistent at least on these videos because I've seen how much y'all actually do fuck with them. And I am trying to do better. For all the love and support, thank y'all. I will see y'all next time. Bye.